Three U.S. officials tell CBS News that Border Patrol Commander Gregory Bovino and some agents could leave the Chicago area as soon as this week. Officials say some personnel is expected to stay in Chicago. The Trump administration says the months-long crackdown known as Operation Midway Blitz was meant to curb crime and illegal immigration. Local leaders have strongly opposed the presence of federal agents in the Windy City and its suburbs, citing a dangerous use of force. Well, CBS News is investigating the tactics used by federal officials during recent immigration protests. And our Nicole Sganga asked a career federal agent to review video of what we've seen. She also spoke with Customs and Border Patrol Commander Gregory Bovino. Here's part of her report.
So to have these rounds impact someone in the face, in the head, in the neck, runs the risk of serious injury, death, or unintentional consequences. My professional assessment is that they are elevating the force to a degree that is excessive.
We sat down with the commander-at-large of the operation, Gregory Bovino, just a few feet away from where this incident actually happened, to ask him directly about his federal agents' actions.
Chief, I do want to show you some of what I'm talking about. I'm curious if that is proper use of force.
Sure, absolutely. The use of that less lethal device, a pepper ball, was absolutely in line with policy, and I applaud them for protecting that federal facility there.
Aiming above the waist is within policy?
It can be. If someone strays into a pepper ball, then that's on them. Don't protest and don't trespass.
CBS News Homeland Security correspondent Nicole Sganga joins us from Washington to speak more about her reporting. Nicole, good morning. What else can you tell us about this investigation? Because what we just heard there was noteworthy in that the person said, if you happen to get into a stray bullet, that's on you.
Absolutely. Good morning, Errol. That is what Bovino said. But our investigation found that federal agents across several cities, including in the suburbs of Chicago, repeatedly used tactics that appear to violate DHS's own policies on use of force. We reviewed dozens of videos and saw agents firing pepper balls at people's heads, spraying protesters in the face at point-blank range with CS gas, pushing demonstrators, using unmarked vehicles, and even using chokeholds that DHS classifies in its own policy as lethal force. And all of this is happening even though DHS policy also says that this kind of crowd control tactic should only be used when no safer, feasible alternative exists. And that matters not only because these tactics are now at the center of a federal court fight, but also because they put demonstrators and, by the way, federal law enforcement's lives at risk. Now, a judge has already issued a temporary restraining order, Errol, blocking agents from using chemical spray and some other less lethal weapons unless there's an immediate threat. Meanwhile, DHS is kind of scrambling right now to rewrite its own guidance while the administration defends this ongoing crackdown.
And I think that's the point. Does the guidance match the practice? What did DHS say to you in response to all this?
Well, as you can see from our conversation with Bovino, he denied that any improper use of force has been used. But we also spoke with Eric Ballier, who's the former federal agent who reviewed all of these videos for us. And he didn't mince words. I mean, Ballier spent more than 2 decades inside of Homeland Security investigations and at ICE. He told us that what he saw was not policing as he ever knew it. He said some of the tactics, again, qualify as deadly force. Others show a total lack of de-escalation, and several suggest agents weren't properly trained for these crowded urban settings, Errol.
All right. Viewers can see more of Nicole's reporting on CBSNews.com. It's quite comprehensive. Nicole, thank you very much.
Thank you.